Colton Dennis's Fakémon, The Psychic Leader by Colton Dennis. Chapter 1 My Type of Dogfish. Footsteps are walking. Man, I still can't believe that your brother used a kick against Garnivorous, said Marcus Lucas, appearing. Me either, and yet I still got my water badger. Plus, without battling those thieves, Kitty Cat would have never evolved, said Riven Dennis, appearing. Just be careful. I heard even the best trainers have trouble with feline, said Marcus. Well, that's why I have you, the man that knows and cares for the Fakémon, said Riven. And it's all because of you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you or your sister, said Marcus. Hey, that's what friends are for. Both Marcus and Riven smile at each other. So, how much further until the next town? Asked Riven. We have hours to go until we get to Psychic Valley. I heard the leader is really tough, said Marcus. And that's why I want to challenge him or her, said Riven. Yeah, but until then, maybe we should camp for the night, said Marcus. Yeah, we have about a half hour before the sun goes down. Let's set up the tents, said Riven. A hammer is hitting the peg. All right, the tent is up, said Marcus. And I made some delicious soup. Here you are, said Riven, handing a bowl to Marcus. Marcus grabs the bowl, then sips the soup. Riven, how long did you cook this? Asked Marcus. Until it was bubbling. Why? Asked Riven. It's not done, said Marcus, spitting soup back into the bowl. Oh man, I can't do anything right, said Riven. It's all right. Next time, you set up the tents, and I'll do the cooking from now on, said Marcus. Both Marcus and Riven are laughing. The moon is shining. Both Marcus and Riven are sleeping next to a stream. Some water splashes onto Riven. Riven groans. The water splashes onto Riven again. Riven groans again. Stop that, Marcus. Ain't it late to be in the water anyway? The water splashes onto Riven a third time. Riven wakes up. Marcus. Riven sits up. Then sees Marcus sleeping, then looks at the stream. A dogfish appears swimming in the water. Oh. Hey you, what are you anyway? Asked Riven. Dogfish squirts water onto Riven. Riven groans. Oh, you? Little, whatever you are. Are you messing with me? Said Riven. Dogfish squirts water onto Riven. Again. Riven growls, then throws a Fakémon ball. A blue light forms into Garnivorous. And quat, Garnivorous, and quat, said Garnivorous. Garnivorous use bite. Garnivorous goes to bite. Dogfish. Dogfish moves, then uses water gun. Garnivorous dive. Garnivorous goes underneath the water. Dogfish looks around. Garnivorous use bite. Garnivorous swims up, then bites Dogfish. Dogfish whines. Clamp down, Garnivorous. And hold still, said Riven, throwing a Fakémon ball. The Fakémon ball hits Dogfish. A white and orange light surrounds Dogfish, then disappears. The Fakémon ball lands onto the ground, rolls around, then stops. Yeah, I caught a dogfish. Yeah. Woohoo, said Riven. Marcus wakes up. Hey, what's going on? I caught another Fakémon. Here, look, said Riven, throwing the Fakémon ball. The white and orange appears, then forms into Dogfish. And quat, Dogfish, and quat, said Dogfish. A dogfish? No way. These are really rare, said Marcus. And I got one now, said Riven, smiling. Congratulations, said Marcus, patting Riven's back. Chapter 2 Bruce Dennis. Riven is holding the Fakémon ball. If you stare at that thing any harder, you'll go a different direction, said Marcus. I know, I just can't believe I caught my third Fakémon. And it's a rare one, said Riven. Not many people I know have a dogfish. If they do, it's probably in an aquarium, said Marcus. Well, I can't wait to fight with him, or is it a her? Asked Riven. Dogfish are males. Catfish are females. That's how you know the difference, said Marcus. Well, good thing I have you now. And soon, Dogfish will battle the Psychic Valley Gym leader, and I can't wait to beat him, said Riven. Don't get too cocky. A lot of psychic Fakémon are stronger than you think, said Marcus. I'll keep that in mind, said Riven. Well, here we are, said Marcus. Both Marcus and Riven stopped next to a sign. And quote, "Welcome to Psychic Valley, where everyone knows what you're thinking." And quote, "That's not creepy," said Riven. "That's what a psychic is," said Marcus. "Oh, psychic. I thought it meant like Norman Bates," said Riven, walking ahead. "Who's Norman Bates?" asked Marcus, following behind Riven. Footsteps are walking. "I wonder where the gym is," asked Riven. "Asking usually helps," said Marcus. "Right. Excuse me. People are walking past." "Excuse me, anyone? Could someone help me? Anyone?" Riven bumps into Brooke Moody. "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't," said Riven, being interrupted. "Mean too. I know you didn't. It was a complete accident," said Brooke. "It was, I'm so," said Riven, being interrupted. "Sorry, I know. I could tell you a by your words," said Brooke. "Yeah," said Riven. "We do apologize. We're just," said Marcus, being interrupted, "looking for the psychic gym." "I know," said Brooke. "How do you know that?" asked Riven. "I'm a psychic. I could read people's thoughts. That's how I knew you were sincere about bumping into me. Or that your friend thinks I'm cute," said Brooke. Marcus gasps. I don't. I mean, you are," said Marcus. "It's all right to be embarrassed. Everyone gets that way. And I thank you for your compliment. The psychic gym is down that street." "The gym is purple," said Brooke. "Thanks a lot," said Riven. "You're welcome," said Brooke, starting to walk away. "Hey," said Marcus. "My name is Brooke. And yours are Riven and Marcus." "Good luck, Riven," said Brooke, walking away. "How about that?" said Marcus. "Yeah, well, let's get to the gym. I want to beat the leader so badly," said Riven. A purple building appears. "This must be it," said Marcus. "Let's get inside," said Riven. Both Marcus and Riven are walking into the building. "Hello, is anyone here?" asked Marcus. "Someone's always here. No matter where you go," said male voice number 1 inside both Marcus's and Riven's head. "Please tell me you heard that too," asked Riven. "I did," said Marcus. "Who are you?" asked Riven. "I'm the psychic gym leader," said male voice number 1 inside both Marcus's and Riven's head. "Why don't you show yourself? Or are you too much of a coward?" asked Riven. "Don't antagonize a psychic," said Marcus. "No, let him antagonize me. It just gets me and my Fakémon prepared for battle," said male voice number 1 inside both Marcus's and Riven's mind. "Come on out. I want to battle you face to face," said Riven. "As you wish," said male voice number 1 inside both Marcus's and Riven's mind, echoing. "I don't like that echo," said Marcus. Footsteps are approaching in the distance. Both Marcus and Riven look at a figure approaching. Bruce Dennis appears walking from the shadow part of the corner, then smiles. "Hello, nephew," said Bruce, laughing. Chapter 3, Uncle vs. Nephew, Part 1. "So, Are you ready to battle? Asked Bruce. Yeah, I am. Unless you're not, said Riven. Riven, don't get cocky, said Marcus. No, let him be cocky. That's how people learn they're not the best. Please, let us begin, said Bruce. What about the battlefield? Said Riven. Please, anywhere could be a battlefield. So, since we're here and you don't want to waste time, let's begin. Please, pick your first Fakémon, said Bruce. I pick Garnivorous, said Riven, throwing a Fakémon ball. A blue light forms into Garnivorous. And Quat? Garnivorous and Quat, said Garnivorous. What a choice. Now let me show you mine. I pick Zal, said Bruce, throwing a Fakémon ball. A reddish-green light appears, then forms into Zal. And Quat, Zal, and Quat, said Zal. Since we abide by the rules, the challenger goes first, said Bruce. Garnivorous, use tail slap, said Riven. Garnivorous swings its tail. Zal move. Zal moves. Garnivorous goes into the water. Zal, use hypnosis, said Bruce. Zal uses hypnosis onto Garnivorous. Garnivorous is staring at Zal. Garnivorous used tail slap. Garnivorous continues staring at Zal. Why? Ain't he moving? Asked Riven. He's in a trance. He can't hear you, said Marcus. Zal, use psychosis, said Bruce. Zal's eyes turn purple. Garnivorous gets thrown out of the water, then flops around. And Quat? Garnivorous and Quat, said Garnivorous. Garnivorous, no. Are you all right? Asked Riven. Kneeling next to Garnivorous. Garnivorous goes unconscious. Riven raises the Fakémon ball. A blue light surrounds Garnivorous, then disappears. Nice try, Riven. You did your best, said Marcus. I did. Didn't I? Asked Riven. Footsteps are approaching. Don't get too disappointed. You chose a great Fakémon to fight Zal. Not many could defeat him, but you tried your best. Be proud of yourself. Riven. Not many can make it this far, said Bruce, messing up Riven's hair. Thanks, Uncle Bruce, said Riven. Now, get Garnivorous to the hospital and heal him right up. Then get back here, because I know you want to fight me again? And I'll be waiting, said Bruce. Will do, said Riven, walking away. Bruce smiles. You keep close to him, and make sure he's training and caring for them, like you do. Marcus, said Bruce. How'd you? Marcus looks at Bruce, then smiles. Will do, sir, said Marcus. Following behind Riven. Bruce smiles. Great kids. They're gonna be great trainers one day, said Bruce, walking away. Chapter 4: Return of the Squad of Thieves. Both Marcus and Riven appear eating. Man, this food is great. It tastes fantastic. You should try some, Riven, said Marcus. I'm not hungry right now. But thanks for the offer, said Riven. Hey, you did great against your uncle. Like he said. And Quat? Not many get this far. And Quat, said Marcus. Yeah, he's right. That's why he's the gym leader of Psychic Valley, said Riven. Footsteps are approaching. Hello, Marcus and Riven. Great seeing you again, said Brooke. Marcus tries talking with his mouth full. Thank you for the offer, Marcus. But I already ate. Marcus sighs. But I will join you. Because Riven is asking that in his mind, said Brooke, sitting down. You need to stop reading everyone's mind, said Riven. I apologize. Psychic is just something you can't stop, especially if you're born with it, said Brooke. Oh, then I apologize. Again, said Riven. Brooke smiles. The bushes in the distance are moving. Both Caleb Carroll and Virginia Berry appear. There's those kids. And look, they have a new friend, said Caleb. Why are we after this kid anyway? We have other matters to worry about, said Virginia. He took us down twice. I'm not stopping until we get our revenge, said Caleb. All right, what do we do? Asked Virginia. What we always do. Attack them. But this time, we have the advantage of a sneak attack. They won't see it coming, said Caleb, smiling. So, how'd your battle go with your uncle? Asked Brooke. Bad. I lost, said Riven. Don't be too glum. You tried your best, right? Asked Brooke. I did, said Riven. Oh, may I make a suggestion? Asked Brooke. Sure, said Marcus. We should move from this spot. Someone's about to attack, said Brooke. All three quickly move from the table. Swine breaks through the table. Swine, said Riven. And rodent, said Marcus. Both Caleb and Virginia walk out from the bushes. You two are getting on our nerves, said Riven. Says the kid that messed up our plans. Rodent use quick attack now, said Caleb. Rodent runs at Riven, jumps at him, then goes still. Huh, said both Caleb and Virginia. Bruce appears with Frugtation. Frugtation, use psychic. Again, said Bruce. Rodent goes flying into both Caleb and Virginia. Swine squeals, then runs at Frugtation. Frugtation, use psychic again, please. Swine stops, then goes flying onto all three of them. All three are groaning. Go Dogfish. A white and orange light appears, then forms into Dogfish. And Quat, Dogfish, and Quat, Dogfish, use water gun, said Riven. Dogfish uses water gun. All four go into the forest. Great work, guys. So, are you ready for round 2? Asked Bruce. Sure am, said Riven, smiling. Chapter 5, Uncle vs. Nephew Part 2. Both Bruce and Riven are staring at each other. I pick Dogfish, said Riven, throwing a Fakémon ball. A white and orange light appears, then forms into Dogfish. And Quat, Dogfish, and Quat, said Dogfish. I pick Badger, said Bruce, throwing a Fakémon ball. A black and white light forms into Badger. And Quat, Badger, and Quat, said Badger. Dogfish, take a swim, said Riven. Dogfish goes into the water, then swims underneath it. Where'd he go? Badger is looking around. Badger, use hypnosis. Badger's eyes glow purple. The water flies into the air. Where's Dogfish at? Asked Marcus. Wait for it. Riven has a plan, said Brooke. Dogfish now. Use bite, said Riven. Dogfish jumps out from the side of the water. Badger's eyes widen. Dogfish bites Badger, then pulls him into the water. Badger, said Bruce, looking around. Badger floats to the surface. And Quat, Badger, and Quat, said Badger weakly, then goes limp. Dogfish peeks its head out of the water. Badger, return, said Bruce. We won. We did it, said Riven. Congratulations. I believe this belongs to you now, said Bruce, handing the psychic badge to Riven. Thanks. I got the psychic badge, said Riven. The sun is slowly setting. I want you to be safe out there. Not everyone is as good as your family or friends, said Bruce. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. And I will be. Thanks to my friends, said Riven. That's my nephew. You take care of him, said Bruce. I will, sir, said Marcus. Bruce looks at Brooke. And you, keep those two safe, said Bruce. I will, Mr. Dennis, said Brooke. After all the years we've known each other, you could have called me Bruce, said Bruce. I like saying Mr. Dennis, said Brooke. Wait. What does he mean when he said, and quat? Look after us too, and quat? Asked Riven. Brooke is joining you on your little adventure. If that's all right? Asked Bruce. Definitely, said Marcus. You three be safe out there. And your next quest is at the next town. Good luck and make your friends, family, your father and not to mention yourself proud, said Bruce. Will do, let's go. Guys, said Riven. All three are walking away then wave. Bruce waves then smiles. Good luck, nephew, said Bruce. The end.